fractional CTO is the same as a chief technology officer would be for any company. But the thing is that not all companies need somebody full-time for a fraction of the time and a fraction of the cost. AI can be embedded deeply into digital transformation. The best things AI can do is make repetitive tasks easier. If you can use AI to actually automate your core process, you're gonna have tons of efficiency gains. I think everything you give comes back in a way or the other. The more you give, the more you receive. Technology should be your growth engine, not your bottleneck.
Today we are diving into the essential world of technology advisory, focusing on how SMBs can modernize, scale, and align technology with business strategy. This is Kripa Anand, and welcome to the CanadianSME Small Business Podcast, where we explore the strategic insights and innovative approaches that empower Canadian entrepreneurs to build successful ventures. Today, we are diving into the essential world of technology advisory, focusing on how SMBs can modernize, scale, and align technology with business strategy. In an era of rapid digital transformation, having an experienced tech leader to guide businesses through AI adoption, systems implementation, and strategic growth is paramount. Our guest brings over 2 decades of leadership experience from both enterprise and startup environments. Joining us today is Mario Meyer, founder and CEO at Reyem Tech, a boutique technology advisory firm. Mario has served as CTO for companies across industries, including technology, professional services, and healthcare. He is also an active board member, mentor, and community leader, dedicated to helping business owners embrace technology and innovation to ensure they can weather disruption and come out stronger. So, before further ado, let's welcome this special guest. Mario, welcome to the podcast. How are you doing today?
I'm very good. Thank you very much for receiving me.
It's our pleasure. Now, Mario, your firm provides fractional CTO and technology leadership services. Now, this is a model that is gaining traction with growing businesses. So, let's start by understanding what a fractional CEO is. For all of our lay men out there, please explain from the very scratch, what does it mean?
Sure. So a fractional CTO is the same as a chief technology officer would be for any company. But the thing is that not all companies need somebody full-time for a chief technology officer role. So companies that are usually smaller, they don't have as much tech in their current state. They don't need somebody 40 hours a week at a high wage doing less than he could do, right? So the fractional model brings you the same kind of expertise, people with 20, 30 years of expertise in the industry, but for a fraction of the time and a fraction of the cost. You still have the same accountability. The person is actually sitting with you, is talking to your board, is talking to your investors, is talking to your clients whenever you need, but it's working for you from, let's say, 2 hours a week all the way to 20 hours a week. It's usually where it makes sense for those companies to have a fractional.
And I think it's also much easier on the pockets of business owners of SMBs, right? Because you don't have to pay as much as you're giving to a fractional CEO. So it's much better for the services that you're in. Um, with that, now AI is in the picture. So please go ahead and explain, does that change anything in your industry or not really?
I think it actually does. I think it changes for everybody.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody now has a hint or a touch of AI. So we are seeing even the more traditional companies going for some sort of AI adoption. But as a lot of people have noticed already, AI is not as simple as just using ChatGPT. ChatGPT is just the
Tiny
outskirts
brain.
and the edge of AI, right? There's so much more AI can do for you. And a lot of people are just starting with ChatGPT, getting an AI system here, an AI system there, but it's not touching the core of their problem, right?
Right.
And AI can be embedded deeply into digital transformation, and it's where it starts to make sense, where you can actually get repetitive tasks that your team is doing, is spending a ton of time doing that, and you can have something like an
Right.
AI agent doing a lot of those repetitive tasks, sometimes even with the human in the loop. Let's say somebody confirming what AI is doing, is it correct, before actually uh, going for the final results.
Yes.
But there is a lot of strategy behind understanding what you need
Mhm.
and how to better implement AI to get the best results out of it.
No, definitely. That's very well articulated, Mario, because I think your own journey as an immigrant entrepreneur was disrupted by COVID, right? Which forced you to adapt and rebuild. This experience, as we understand, has given you a unique perspective of what resilience means. So
Yes.
please go ahead and explain uh, what are the biggest tech challenges that small businesses face today, and how can digital transformation help them build resilient and future proof their business in a sense?
Yeah, I think all companies they go through the same journey. You know, you start as small as you can, as lean as you can, and then you start having a small problem on a part of your company, and you get one system for that part of your company. Then you have another little issue on another part of your company, you get another little system or little app for that part of the company. And you grow organically like that for years until you look at your company and you have 10, maybe 20, maybe 30 disconnected systems. They don't talk to each other. They're not interconnected. Sometimes you have some sort of connections through Zapier or tools like that, but you don't know where's the right data. What is the right data? You know, you don't have that single source of truth where you can easily find the information that you need to take the decisions to take your company to the next level.
Mhm.
So I think the biggest challenge is creating something, an architecture on technology that is, you know, the right size and the right complexity for your company at your size. Because the more technology you have, the more complexity you have. And complexity means problems and money and teams. And those companies, they usually don't have technology teams to manage all that complexity, and things starts to break down. And then you see people complaining that technology is tricky, technology is complex, technology is difficult, and it doesn't work for them. It does, but it has to be architected the right way. And to future proof it, I always tell people you should talk to somebody that knows what they're doing. You know how to do your business, but you don't need to know technology. You need to talk to somebody that actually knows how to do it in the technology world to create an architecture for you in a way that is, you know, it's the right size for what you need.
Definitely, again, very well explained, Mario, because it's not one size fits all, right?
No,
Everything
no.
should be customized to what your unique needs are. That's amazing. Now, you help companies adopt AI and automation to unlock new opportunities. So let's go back to our AI conversation. Majority of the founders are not AI specialists, right? That's a fact. So how can non-technical founders adopt AI and automation, except ChatGPT, to stay competitive? And if there are any real-world examples that come to your mind, please go ahead and share that as well.
I think everybody is gonna adopt some sort of AI, even though it's not GPT, because most SaaS software are bringing AI into their platforms, right?
Yes.
So if you have something like QuickBooks, they're adopting some sort of AI. If you have something like HubSpot, they're adopting some sort of AI. So AI is gonna be more and more, you know, part of what you're already doing with other systems, but you can actually have AI more into your processes. And that's where I think the biggest gain comes out of it. Because one of the best things AI can do is make repetitive tasks easier.
Hmm.
So you don't have to do those repetitive tasks all the time. You can instruct AI, you know, if you're going through this scenario, these are your constraints, these are the things you should do, these are the things you shouldn't do. So you're explaining to a very, very broad model, you
Yeah.
know, their constraints and what they can do, and they are going to try to adapt based on those constraints to fulfill the tasks you're asking them to fulfill. So although a lot of people are using pieces of AI on their prospecting, of their AI on their digital marketing, pieces of AI here and there, I think a lot of people are not getting to the core of the business, which is the process.
Mm.
So if you can use AI to actually automate your core process, you're gonna have tons of efficiency gains. And that means, you can do more projects, you can do more work, and you can get more profit.
That's amazing. Hello, Canadian business leaders. Are you struggling to navigate technology, AI, and digital transformation? Learn from Mario Meyer, founder and CEO at Reyem Tech, about the role of a fractional CTO, practical strategies for AI adoption, and how to build a resilient and future proof business. Now let's continue our conversation with Mario. All right, it's time for a quick break right here, but don't go anywhere. When we come back, Mario shares how businesses can make smarter technology decisions and bridge the gap between strategy and execution with the right tech partner. Stay tuned.
Hey, you think you know UPS? Yeah, that's us. Everybody knows that. You know what you didn't know? This. Okay, try to keep up. Ocean, us. Ground, rail, air, so us. Guess who? Us. Customs cleared, borders cleared, done. Us, us. Still with me? Wait for it. Boom. Us. Intelligent, automated, fulfillment. Us. Yep, healthcare too. Digital your thing? Yeah, well, book it, ship it, track it. You feeling me yet? Yep, that's all us. That's all UPS.
Welcome back, guys. Let's continue our conversation with Mario. Mario, if you were to give a piece of advice to your future self, what would you tell yourself about making smarter tech decisions? What is that one thing that people are doing wrong, which they need to fix in order to get things done?
Yeah, I think there's an old jargon in the tech industry, pardon my French, but it says,
Uh-huh.
keep it simple, stupid. It's a KISS, keep it simple, stupid. And sometimes we try to make things way too complex,
Mm.
right? And complexity costs money, costs time, and sometimes costs businesses, right? So I would say to myself and everybody, just try to do the bare minimum that is needed to achieve those gains you need. Try to do just the bare minimum that is needed to get you to the next level. And then you think about the next bare minimum to get there. Don't
Right.
try to overcomplicate. Don't try to solve for everything on the first try. Go in incremental steps and try to get there one step at a time.
That's beautiful. Mario, you are an active member, mentor, and community leader at organizations like the King Chamber of Commerce, Rotman Startups, and U of T's Sign Up Lab. This is a testament to your commitment to supporting entrepreneurs. So, a huge congratulations, and we're also proud of everything that you've achieved so far. What drives your commitment to guiding and mentoring entrepreneurs? And if I were to ask you your long term vision, how would you describe it?
I think it's all about giving back to the community, right? So when I was starting, there were people who were mentoring me, helping me. The leader I am today is based on a lot of people that were my leaders in the past. So I think it's my way of giving back to the community. So I'd like to think I can give something to the startup students at Rotman Startup, Spin Up Lab, and other labs I work with, and trying to, if I can help them just a little bit, I think it one day somehow, I don't know how, it's gonna come back to me, either personally or professionally. I think everything you give comes back in a way or the other. It's not like I'm expecting something to come back, but my experience says the more you give, the more you receive.
Right.
So helping the community is big for me. I help my local chamber of commerce. I help labs in U of T. We're actually about to sign a fourth contract of an agreement and partnership with U of T. And giving back is a big part of it, and it makes good for everybody, not only myself, but it makes good for everybody.
That's amazing. Mario, you're not just a good leader, but you're also a very good hearted person. And, that is
Thank
visible in
you.
your eyes. Your leadership and vision are clearly positioning Reyem Tech as a vital partner for businesses who are looking to navigate the future of technology and innovation. I'm loving this conversation, and definitely we're going to invite you one more time where we can dive into such deeper conversations. But before we let you go, Mario, if there's one piece of final advice that you have for our listeners today, something that you want them to remember about leveraging technology to empower their business, what would you say and why?
I would say I actually used this hook at your last summit last month,
Yeah.
but I think technology should be your growth engine, not your bottleneck. So if technology is giving you any trouble whatsoever, talk to somebody that actually understands how to do it and how to make technology work for you. Don't just get something off the shelf. Don't just think, paying $50 a month to something will work. Try to figure out the best technology for you, how to architect the best technology for your business because it can do wonders for you.
Yes, just like a simple advice can do wonders for you as well. It was such a pleasure having you, Mario. Thank you so much for sharing your expertise and time with us.
Thank you very much.
Okay, that was an insightful conversation with Mario Meyer, founder and CEO at Reyem Tech, on the role of fractional CTO, digital transformation for SMBs, AI and automation in business, making smarter technology decisions, and his vision for the future of tech advisory. To all of our listeners, thank you so much for tuning in to the Canadian SME Small Business Podcast. We really appreciate your continued support. Be sure to subscribe to our podcast for more expert insights and resources that can help your business thrive. Also, don't forget to visit our website, CanadianSME.ca. And lastly, a very special thank you to our podcast partners, RBC, UPS, A1 Global College, ADP, and Google for their ongoing commitment to empowering SMBs in Canada. So until next time, keep innovating and striving for success, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Kripa Anand signing off.